What's going on? It's your dog Art Man Boxing, and we're back with another boxing conversation. Man, looks like we're getting that Kambosos versus Lomachenko fight that all the non-black fans wanted. It's finally here, and I'm hearing the boys are getting a two-fight deal. Can you believe that? Two fights instead of one fight with Devin Haney. We're gonna talk about it, but shout out to my dude Eric Gomes. He says, "Bomb Squad, payday. You want payday?" I know that, yeah, for sure. And it's Canelo's world. You just in it, man. We're not even talking about Canelo. We talking about George Kambosos versus Lomachenko, dude. That shit's crazy. Devin Haney, man, throw that belt in the motherfucking garbage. He definitely got to throw that belt in the garbage, dude, because it's just not making any sense how they playing this dude. But let me go ahead and send this link out. Let everybody know we are live right now on YouTube. Shit's just crazy, man. Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm doing it from my iPad today. Hold on. Let me send this link out. It said the Matrix is back. Hold on, Midwest. You got to get in this motherfucker because this shit is hilarious, dude. My bro D-Hive, he already explained it. He said he already knew this shit was coming. I kind of had a little bit of hope because I said, Eddie Hearn, he might try to put this together because, we just seen, We just seen George Kambosos versus Tio on the zone. So I was thinking that they might fuck around and make that fight on the zone ASAP. But as we can see, BS. BS, BS, BS. But somebody said nothing is signed right now. Whatever. We all know that's the fight that's going to happen next. Let's stop playing games. Yo, what's going on, D-Hive?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Am I good?
Yeah, you kind of low, but I think that's me.
Yeah. But it just if this is the fight that people really wanted the entire time, stop doing mental gymnastics and just fucking say that because the pricing himself out thing is a fucking myth. It just sounds good. Like they're not basing that off anything. And if history tells us anything, Tiafimo just did the same stupid shit. He said Devin Haney was pricing himself out. It turns out that the $4 million that Bill Haney was offering to go get from DAZN is actually more than he ended up getting because DAZN bought it for three something. Went in there, got his ass beat for a discount. And now with this shit, based on what we're hearing fucking I forgot which one, either Lomachenko or Kambosos signed their half of the deal, one of those motherfuckers, and allegedly there's a rematch clause in it. So basically, DeBella gets his two-fight fucking deal. The first fight is probably going to be in the United States because they said if Lomachenko fuck around and win, and then the rematch gets to be in Australia this time around. So I'm like, based on what I'm seeing, it's probably going to be the United States, as I assumed, because I mean, come on now, the belts need to change hands. Back to Top Rank, or else fucking Bob wouldn't even be putting Lomachenko in this situation. So that's got to happen. And like I said, just the fucking general mental gymnastics. Oh, Haney priced himself out. This, and that, blah, blah, blah. That's why when the Charlo news drop right now, I'm like, man, fuck Undisputed. Okay? Fuck it. Kambosos is encouraged to be this fucking businessman. Fuck Castano. Put his bitch ass to the side. Jermell Charlo, go fight Jared Hurd. Go fight Jared Hurd because he's a unified champion with 2 losses. So fuck it. Fuck all this Undisputed bullshit.
Yep, seems like Undisputed don't mean a goddamn thing nowadays right here. And did y'all hear anything about this Charlo versus Castano shit?
Yeah, nigga got a torn bicep. That's allegedly what we're hearing. He got a torn bicep. It's gonna be 6 to 8 week recovery or some shit. I don't care.
Ooh.
I don't know. The way Paco was talking on fucking Twitter make it seem like Estanya just pulled out on some bullshit.
It's he probably couldn't make weight with his big ass.
He was big as hell, I ain't gonna lie. Seeing that video of him, he looked like a good 170 jumping rope.
Shit. I mean, like I said, I don't even care no more. Fight Jared Hurd, bro. Do your thing. Get your money.
Oh yeah. And let's not even play around. We knew once George Kambosos was talking about that, oh, I want to check out everybody fight to weigh my options. Right then and there, I knew he wasn't gonna fight Devin Haney. Because he didn't have to
Yeah,
wait for Tank to fight. He didn't have to wait for Loma to fight to decide to fight Haney. If he wanted to fight
it
Haney,
doesn't make
he
any
could have get
sense.
yeah.
He really thought he was the man for that week. Like he was the shot caller. Yeah, wearing the same old fucking black jeans, fucking black top. Yeah, sell your chains, Devin Haney. I'm just looking at my options here, nigga. Bro, he did all this shit to lose to Lomachenko on some card shit, bro. Dude, man,
I mean,
that
he might get stopped.
that
Honestly,
you know what it is, bro? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. What it is Lomachenko fans. They're pushing for that fight because they know their guy has a high chance of winning, and that's gonna put him back in position to be the man on top.
basically.
Yeah, so they're like, fuck Devin Haney. Of course we're gonna make this shit. Of course we're gonna talk about this shit.
I just don't like the mental gymnastics and what they're using because the shit that they're using to justify this nonsense isn't even about boxing. They're like, oh, it's exciting. Oh my God, I love to see him fight. I'm like, you sound like you in love with this motherfucker, bro. I'm like, all the same fucking typical accounts that talk about belt unifications and blah, blah,
Blah
blah.
blah blah.
All of a sudden it means fucking nothing because you don't have any faith in Kambosos. In the same energy you're using to tell Devin Haney what to do, you could have been advocating for Lomachenko to sit the fuck down, let them two fight, and then he gets winner. But the thing of it is, you're all not sure that Haney loses to either one. In worst case scenario, you want him in a position where he has to go to top rank and get robbed on the cards for 1579 and then say, "Oh, see, he was given an offer, but he didn't take it. He should stop being a businessman." Meanwhile, you're fucking literally begging Cambosos to make the same business decisions instead of going for legacy. Why doesn't Cambosos get the fucking legacy speech? Why doesn't Cambosos get the undisputed make history speech? Why does he get to be a fucking businessman while Devin Haney has to get on his fucking knees and grovel? Because that's really all it's about. It's just about Devin Haney submitting. Because if you notice the discourse, they're never talking about any business specific. Because let's face it, most of these motherfuckers aren't old enough to vote. And if they are, they've never seen a W-2 or a 1099 in their fucking lives. They're always like, he needs to humble himself. He needs to submit. Cambosas have all the cart. None of who gives a fuck. You're not getting any of the fucking money.
And that shit be driving me nuts, dude. He's a businessman. They were just to call him Floyd Mayweather such a terrible, the worst thing that can happen to boxing because he was a man that was using his brain to make the most out of this sport. But now they're like, oh, now everybody's like, yeah, you're a businessman. Just put some money in your pockets. Fuck a legacy fight. Fuck us as fans. We just want to see you get a lot of money, man.
Exactly. They're talking about Devin Haney needs this. Nigga, Cambosos needs this. Devin Haney gonna be okay. Cambosos ain't shit. And after this fight, he ain't gonna be shit. He gonna be just like dumbass Tiafimo, another stupid motherfucker that played himself, and he gonna end up on suicide watch, realizing he got used.
Watch him come down and say, "Man, it wasn't my fault. I wanted to fight Devin Haney, but it was Ludabella. Ludabella put me in. Yeah, get the fuck out of here,
You
man."
know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Arum was trying to rope himself another goddamn trilogy by doing the first one in the United States to let Lomachenko get the shit, get the shine. Do the second one in Australia, let the nigga go ahead and get robbed, and then the last one in the United States where he knocks his ass out on some wilder shit. I wouldn't be surprised if Arum was pulling some shit like that. Because my thing is, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If Cambosos takes this next fight and he makes the same or less money than he did the last fight, and that shit's not in Australia, a lot of motherfuckers gonna look stupid.
Stupid, but they not
Y'all
even,
gonna look,
bro.
y'all gonna look dumb as fuck.
Care, bro. What I noticed from these race fans, they don't even care about logic, and you already know what we got going on, man. It is proving it. It's proving it. These guys, they have no logic and they don't care. Like matter of fact, let me go pull up a tweet that I seen today so we can just talk about this bullshit. So let me show you. This guy has 461 likes, motherfucking 90 retweets because he said this. Trying to argue that Kambosos Loma winner isn't undisputed because of Devin Haney It's like trying to argue that a potential Usyk Fury fight wouldn't be undisputed because Trevor Bryant also has a world title.
Right.
The
That
fuck?
that by that logic, Tank has a world title then. Tank is a world titleist at 135 by that fucking logic. And the same dumb fucks who don't acknowledge regular belts like that tweet. This is what I'm talking about. This is why they always say that our opinions are based solely on race. When your opinions are based solely on race, you end up doing and sounding like a fucking moron and going backwards and sounding like a hypocrite. Again, every day you have to switch your narrative. First, unifications matter. Well, with this situation, they don't. First, regular belts matter. Oh, well, with this situation, they don't. Now they're saying that the WBC title, and I'm like, okay, cool. So when Haney fucking vacates, I better not hear you motherfuckers geeked up over who fights over the vacant. I better not hear it because it's a Reggie. It's a Reggie, right?
No, it wouldn't be a Reggie. You know why? Because somebody will be fighting for it. That's the logic that
Yeah,
they're.
Ryan Garcia will be fighting a bum over that dumb shit. He'll be fighting fucking Togo sandwiches or who the fuck. What's up, Haas?
So I'm in the Facebook group serving these clowns their own logic. Look, they don't even have no logic, dude. They don't because just what we just read just now, it's like, hold on, what are you even talking about? And then I'm hearing things like, oh, Lomachenko, Lomachenko, he's willing to do whatever it takes. See, Haney, he's a spoiled little brat. He's not doing what it takes.
Yeah,
He
and I'm just
too
like,
much
where
money.
where has Haney said he wouldn't do what it takes? He even said today that fine, if it's that big of a deal, give me the same exact deal Lomachenko made you, and I'll take Lomachenko's cut. That wasn't good enough. And I'm like, yeah, it's because they never had any intention of fighting you. The only thing that gets me mad is like, look, Lomachenko fans, y'all niggas got the fight. Cool, good. Stop trying to use mental gymnastics to justify your prejudice. It's okay. Most of you are anonymous anyway. Just say I prefer the black guy not be involved and move on. It's that simple. Don't try to hit us with, oh, Lomachenko's a massive diss and it's a bigger fight, blah, 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 blah. Because technically, if Kambosos wanted big bread, he'd be trying to fight Tank. And none of the Lomachenko or fucking Kamboso pocket watchers were even clamoring for that fight after the WBA said they mandate. Why? Because Tank is, well, dare I say it, black. And he beat the shit out of fucking Kambosos.
George Kambosos. Nigga, George Kambosos is a fucking
He'd
bitch.
get his fucking head knocked off.
I don't care when people be like, oh, Art Man, you're not supposed to talk about fighters like that. I don't give a fuck because this shit is bigger than just race because at this point, he's going against the rules of boxing. You don't beat everybody and then instead of fighting the fucking other champion that's undefeated, you choose to fight the guy with 2 fucking L's. That's disrespecting the whole course of boxing. But these fans don't want to look at it like that. And to be honest, like I said, deep down inside, these fans know they just like the fact that Lomachenko was put back in position.
That's it. That's it. And the worst part is, in no other country would this be fucking happening except the UK. For some reason, I'm like, so you're in America, you're an American citizen, and you really want a non-American to get a shot at some belts, and you want the fight to not be in America. Every other country is looking at y'all like y'all fucking retarded because they wouldn't be doing that in the Ukraine. They wouldn't be
how
like,
turnt they are for fucking Khan versus Brook.
yeah, like in the UK, sure, that's a big fucking deal. Trust and believe, I don't give a shit. But I don't care about that over marinated ass fight. Like that's gonna be Bud and fucking Spence if they keep bullshitting, or Jerron Ennis might get mandated
That
and
is
fuck that
Bud
whole
and
fight
Spence
up.
right now. That's Bud and Spence right now.
Yeah, them niggas gonna be fucking 39 and shit and and haven't even fought yet. Then they talking about, hey, you want to come back and make an exhibition or some stupid shit. But yeah, no, man, like
That. Did you see this fucking coach drinking Kell Brooks' fucking sweat?
yes, that's nasty
Boy,
as
y'all
shit.
lucky I ain't on Twitter to see that shit. Cause I definitely would have got banned that day.
Yeah, that's some weirdo type shit. That's like that dude Tuivasa drinking beer out of shoes. That shit's gross. They always doing weird shit like that. But yeah, nah, man. Like and Eddie Hearn trash too. He didn't help the shit. But my thing is Eddie Hearn, no Eddie Hearn, they wouldn't have fight Devin Haney no matter what he brought to the table. That was never the point. Lou DiBella got his fucking 2-fight deal, just like he got with just like he got a little network deal with fucking Steven Shaw at Top Rank. Most people don't know about that. He secured him a little deal, so he's trying to go back over there. He's like, shit, okay. Bob Arum already broke me off a deal for Steven Shaw, the fucking black heavyweight. So shit, I'm gonna go ahead and sell Kambosos' sweet ass over there. And then I can be back in good, and then I can send all my fighters to Top Rank like Bomac. So that's all it was. So Hearn is a piece of shit for sure, but Hearn is irrelevant. That shit was never gonna happen. And it was Devin Haney specifically because you notice he had no problem talking to fucking Golden Boy about Ryan Garcia because that fight was getting ready to be on the zone. So it was never about Eddie Hearn and what the fuck he was doing. It was about Devin Haney specifically. They were not going to fight Devin Haney. That was the whole point.
Wait, so let me get this straight. Is the fight signed or not?
50% of the contract is signed according to quote unquote sources.
The same sources that told us that Anthony Joshua versus Fury was signed?
Yep.
Is
They
that the same?
They claiming that it's June 4th, but they're not talking about a venue. I'm assuming that if the fight do get signed between the two of them, the first fight gonna be in America, and the second fight gonna end up being in Australia. So we'll see. We shall fucking see. Okay, yeah, Extreme Willpower got him. He said Loma signed his piece, but Kambosos is still tripping. He probably bitching about the first fight not being in the US because how fucking stupid he gonna look. That's what I think. The first fight in Australia this time. Okay.
Nah, I think it'd be in Australia. It makes more sense for it to be in Australia. There's more money in Australia boxing right now for them than it is in America. Neither one of them is a huge draw in America.
I thought it was capacity issues in Australia currently.
No, not enough to stop a fight. Not enough to stop a fight.
No, I'm not talking about the fight. The fight can happen, of course, with no crowd. But I'm talking about, isn't it 50% capacity down there?
I don't think so.
Nigga, you should be worried about them damn spiders over there. That's what the fuck they should worry about.
And that's what's crazy, Midwest, because they're selling this fight on Lomachenko being a massive draw. That's the best part. They're selling on Lomachenko being a massive draw, and motherfuckers are throwing around his 790,000 Comey gate in New York as something. And I'm like, bro, him and Devin Haney have the same amount of pay-per-view sales, bro. Fucking zero. So like, what are we like? Come on, man. It's Marvel Arena. Okay, shit. The news must have updated then, because at first someone said the second fight gonna be in Australia, and then someone said, well, someone said other stuff. So we're going back and forth. But we need to see what's gonna happen. We need the official venue launch. We need because the date is supposed to be June 4th. But we just gotta see. We gotta see what's going on.
Man, I'm just tired of old media writing these narratives, man. I really am. Like, they're just switching things up, dude, and they don't even understand that by them picking favoritism and maneuvering like this, it's going to cause a fucking terrible effect on boxing as a whole. Because now we're in a realm where the shit is really like the Wild Wild West, where we don't even know what to rate fighters on. Are you guys saying that fighters are good based off of them achieving belt statuses, or are these guys just, you just love to see your favorite fighters? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it anymore, because one day you guys are saying undisputed, and then the next day you guys are saying it doesn't matter.
Well, Haney is asking for too much money. He needs to humble himself. He needs to come to Kambosos on all fours and beg him, because Kambosos is in charge.
I don't like that type of talk.
God.
Then it goes into it really goes into some racial talk, because it's like the black man has to bow down. He has to bow down to the less deserving guy. Just because George Kambosos beat a guy who, look, now, how many people can you count that dumped Haney in his weight class?
I was gonna say because Gary Russell outside his weight class, but that would be Tank, Lomachenko, Teofimo, now Kambosos, Javier Fortuna, Ryan Garcia, and Oh, look at this guy, Robert Vega. As soon as Lomachenko defeats Kambosos, I hope you push for Loma versus Haney unification as hard as you try. Bruh, we wanted that before the franchise nonsense came into the
You
picture.
know
While
what? To
Haney,
be honest, I can consider Lomachenko and Kambosos to be a duck.
yeah, a lot of
If we
people
being honest,
are articulating that because of Lomachenko's quote unquote resume and all of that, and because of Kambosos' chances. But the truth is, Kambosos has a better chance of beating Lomachenko than he does Haney, and I think his team knows that. Not to mention, look at the public support. The only reason why moves like this are possible is because of that rhetoric being out there. So Kambosos knows if he does this, his reputation as a fighter fucking survives. Because after 2 goddamn losses and looking like garbage, motherfuckers are still riding Lomachenko dick. I guarantee you, if Haiti had lost to the same people that fucking Lomachenko lost to, wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. Niggas undefeated, people saying he can't punch, he got no chin. Just the standards
And
of perfection are
hold on,
nuts.
hold on, hold on, and look at this, man. Midwest. That's bullshit. You want to know why it's bullshit? It's because why in the world would a guy with 2 losses who already lost to the guy George Kambosos just be put in front of the man who has the final belt for undisputed? No matter what way you try to spin it, Lomachenko lost his chance when in comparison to Haney, dude. Haney is undefeated with the final belt to become undisputed. There's no way in hell that you can say Lomachenko, even if he's such a fucking excellent fighter, just based off the statistics, there's no way you could put this guy in front of Haney because the guy lost twice. He didn't just lose to Tio, he lost to Salido as well. This is a guy with 2 losses, man. There's no way he should be put in front of Devin Haney in a situation for undisputed.
Nah, cause see right there, you gotta throw all the facts out the window. You gotta start saying shit like, "Oh well, I mean, look at the way he fights,
And
stylistically,
you got to
and
talk
just the
about
way he,
bullshit.
the
You
way
don't want
he
to talk about black
looks,
and white. The
the
black and white,
speed."
this guy has the final belt. He's undefeated. George Kambosos has 3 belts. He's undefeated. Lomachenko has 2 losses, and he's coming off of what? A victory over Richard Coleman, which is bullshit. It doesn't mean anything.
And
Just
Nakatani, don't
based off
forget that.
us as being real boxing fans and how boxing is supposed to be run, Devin Haney is the clear front runner for the fucking fight. It doesn't make any sense. But, let old Mia tell it, and they start convincing other folks that, hey, disregard the fucking rules of the sport or the rules of the game. It's all about fucking who do you like the most, and what fight do you think the general public will consider interesting?
And the thing is, I'm cool with differing opinions. That's fine if you really like Lomachenko and you want him to succeed. Number one, just say that. Number two, keep the same energy. I better not hear anybody supporting this nonsense running their mouth about another unification unless it's the single most profitable fight for the fighters in that division. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because the motherfucker, bruh, back me up. Do you remember that motherfuckers were trying to say that Jermell Charlo was ducking Castano when they were in the process of negotiating the rematch?
They sure was. They sure was. They're saying, "Oh man, that guy, he's full of shit, man. He's ducking. He's scared. Look at him. He didn't. He said call Al. He said call Al."
Literally, y'all, these same people were about to accuse Jermell Charlo of ducking while he was in the process of negotiating the goddamn rematch. They made sure he fought nobody else but Castano. And now that energy is fucking gone. So I say, fuck it. Throw Castano in the goddamn trash and fight Jared Hurd. Dust his ass off and get him some bread. Because Castano ain't shit. 2 step-up fights, damn near, couldn't even win neither one of them. I don't fuck your feelings. Oh, well, he did kind of good. He got draws. Like the shits you put on in the morning before you put on your jeans, he got draws.
So I don't think Haney can stay at 135 much longer. The 2 fight deal's finished. Haney's chances for being able to fight the winner, yeah, that shit's slim to none.
Yeah, because
And
Lomachenko ain't gonna fight him now.
they're basically forcing him up in weight, bro. Can y'all see this shit? They're basically forcing this man up in weight because they're like, hell no, we know for sure he's not gonna stay here for fucking 2 more fights.
And they got the fan support. and they got the fan support. So their reputations are intact. They're gonna get fan money for this fight. This is why they work so hard to push these narratives. Because if the fans don't support it, then fucking the fighters will actually reconsider. That's how much. That's how big of an effect the internet has. They'll just be like, okay, well, shit. I mean, if they shit, most people ain't gonna call it a duck. So fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and they're gonna support the fight anyway. So hey, who cares?
Said he'll vacate, then the email belt will go legit again. Yeah, and we already know their narrative. They're going to say, oh, well, it's not like Haney who just got elevated. These guys are fighting for the vacate. So, it's back to normal now. So y'all preaching. Yeah, we keeping it 100. We keeping it 100. This is the type of energy that they kick off of Twitter. But they push the internet.
And like I said, I know that there are a lot of points in which myself or Midwest or myself or other people may disagree with. It's okay to disagree. I don't hate you individually. My thing is you have to keep the same energy for the same situations. When you keep picking and choosing and swapping things out like they're swapping things out every time, that makes me think that it's about something else. It becomes to a point where it's no longer about boxing. Because you can't say, oh, well, certain divisions, unifications matter. Unifications trump mandatories. But then in other divisions, the shit's kind of murky. So, like you can't, like, come on.
Dude, my thing is, it's like this, man. I've been hearing multiple things. Have you been hearing things like Haney is pricing himself out?
Yeah. And keep in mind, no one has seen a fact, a figure, or a number on either contract.
Not even that. Just go based off what Kambosos is saying and what Lou DiBella is saying. They're both on the same team, and they're saying two different completely things. Lou DiBella talking about some, oh, we're not receiving offers. We the ones sending out offers. And then you got Kambosos talking about some, oh, we waiting for you to send an offer. Bitch, which one is it?
Yeah, like that's just the shit I can't stand. And the thing is, Kambosos can make the same moves without sounding like a jackass. Like Haney has been nothing but respectful, and then this motherfucker talking about boy, and you got to sell your jewelry, and he doesn't want to do this. I'm like, dude, stop lying. If anything, be like Canelo. Shut the fuck up. Let your people handle it. And then when the fight come out, people just think what they think. The general public is already on your side for fighting their favorite Lomachenko anyway. So it's like, why you doing all this extra? You making you and your squadron look bad as a whole. So yeah, like and then what's crazy is that people legitimately, like certified people that other people listen to on Twitter will be like, oh well, DiBella said they sent an offer, so Haney's clearly pricing himself. Nigga, where were they gonna fight? Who? Where did DiBella get enough money for this fucking fight?
Because not only that, DiBella has no network ties. How the fuck is he sending out offers? What are they gonna fight at? He's gonna send Eddie Hearn off to fight on his own. That don't make sense.
Right. Thank you. And his most recent prospect, like I said, just got a deal with Top Rank. So why all of a sudden would he have this pool? That's another reason why I knew it was gonna be Lomachenko, because he just got another fight over there with Top Rank, which was Stephen Shaw.
That's what this whole thing was about. It wasn't about Kambosos getting the best fight. It was about Lou DiBella trying to prostitute Kambosos off so he can get a network deal.
For sure. Shit, couldn't agree more. And he also got George Arias. He's got fucking and he also has Richard Comey as well, in addition to Tego. So he's trying to play both. I mean, the only PBC fighter he currently has under his stable, if he still is fucking, I think, Butayev. I think Butayev is his only fucking actual person over there at PBC, because he can actually compete. He could waste some niggas, but everybody else is on hush mode. And Alexander Teslenko, that dude, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But Joe Ward is on DAZN. He fought on DAZN. I think he got hurt over there, but he fought on DAZN. Mikhail Lespier, that black dude that Maurice Hooker fought, he fought on DAZN too. So I'm like, he's been everywhere, but he has the worst relationship with PBC, so he's trying to get in where he fit in now, and he's going with the white folks, which is cool. But I'm saying just call it that. I don't like when they go out with this bullshit, all these bullshit narratives, getting motherfuckers geeked up. Because the thing is, people are ready to defend the bullshit. people were already saying, "Oh, well, Lomachenko, he draws in all this money." And, he's just an exciting fighter. He's so exciting. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, the fuck out of here, man. Look, Lomachenko and Luke Campbell wasn't fucking exciting, and then half of his knockouts weren't exciting either. This motherfucker's quitting. Just a fucking Rigondeaux, the thing he's most famous for, getting Rigondeaux to fucking quit, just stopped in the corner. Fucking Lenara has just got up too damn slow. Some of these other Jason Sosa stopped in the corner.
Extreme willpower. Yes, I think Kambosos knew about it, but to be honest, I don't think he cared about it much because one, I feel like he didn't care too much about fighting Haney in the first place, so he was cool with fighting either.
Nope, Midwest.
I don't know. He cut out. But look, my thing is this. I feel like George Kambosos is doing what you're saying. This nigga is gonna be pissed off if Lomachenko is if they fight in America, because it's gonna make all that shit he was talking online look so bad. He can't mute everybody. You can't mute everybody, George.
Yeah, but I agree with Midwest though. I what he just said right now, because like I said, the only people I think that actually expected Kambosos to win are Kambosos and you, Art Man. And to be honest, even Kambosos was like, I'm Australian. He's the home team. I don't know what's gonna work. But all Kambosos know is that his next fights weren't looking too good. Because the WBA was talking about Tank at first, then they just mandated Rolly on Tank, so that's gone. You got Devin Haney in the unification, and Lomachenko is your mandatory for the rest of the belts. So he's looking at it like, my next fight not gonna be too good. It's not gonna go too well. That's why I needed it to be in Australia for me to have an actual fighting chance. So yeah, I think he's just trying to get the most bread possible before he have to actually fucking start earning his way back to a fight. Because the 135 division that he fought his way to Teofimo in, it's not the same. It's not the same, especially if you try to get a network deal with somebody. Like unless you go back to those bullshit fights you were fighting on, whatever you were doing before, you sign with the Zone or you sign with Top Rank or whatever, you're gonna be food for some damn body. You're gonna be food for an up and comer. Like at the Zone, they got William Zepeda. He's hungry. He needs some food. They on PBC, they got fucking El Rayo and Frank Martin. They're crazy asses. They need some food. At fucking Top Rank, their 135 division, they can have some people come up from 130. Shit, I don't know who the fuck they got over there. These damn rankings. Shit. But somebody over there gonna need to eat something. So, over
I'm
at
not
Top
even
Rank,
sure he can beat Ryan Garcia, if I'm being honest.
he can't. He can't. That's why they were talking about it. But Ryan Garcia ain't got no courage. He saw that performance he put on against Teofimo. He was like, shit, if he hit me like that, that might be it. So he want to fight fucking Togo sandwiches to see where he at. But he can't. Can't be Ryan Garcia. I mean, it's boxing. If he gets a good shot off and Ryan Garcia goes to sleep, that is what it is. But generally speaking, no, he ain't gonna outbox no fucking Ryan Garcia. Eric Gomes, I agree, but I don't think Benavidez is gonna do all that right now, because I think Benavidez he's young and he's still in that stage where he thinks he's gonna fight Canelo before Canelo retire, which he needs to shut the fuck up and do other things.
We might see him split from PBC.
Benavidez?
Yeah, I think we might be see him split from PBC.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Nah, we might see him split from Samson.
for talking that shit.
Because I went on Boxing Scene, I've seen multiple interviews of him saying, "Oh yeah, I think I can beat Andre." I know what the Pedro was saying last night.
that shit was embarrassing. I'm like, damn, Samson, you talking too much, dog. Like, you talking too much.
Like, how the hell you say you gonna fight Canelo, who's perceived as the greatest fighter right now, for pennies, but you don't want to fight a guy that everybody perceived as whack?
Right, I'm just like
millions, more millions you ever been paid.
Yeah, I'm just like these interviews. I forgot what questions were asked, but I'm like, damn, they don't need to know all that shit. I'm like I mean, even if that was the case, even if that's what Benavidez camp really said, which I don't think it is what they really said, these niggas don't need to know. They don't need to know all of that. Like what you gonna take, what it's gonna take. No, shut your ass up and go to the zone headquarters or send an email or some shit. That's some shit you send in an email or a text message. You don't go on the damn internet and say that shit. Oh, well, for Canelo, we'll fight for peanuts, even though our chances of victory are slim. But for little old Andrade, who most people think Benavidez stops, we're going to need approximately 7 to 10 million. They go, excuse you? What are you talking about? How much has Benavidez ever made in his whole career? His biggest fight was what? Anthony Durrell? How much you make off that shit?
Probably like 700K or some shit.
You're right. So I'm like, what's this nigga?
Said Samson cost Benavidez that Plant fight. Now he's cast him in the Andre fight.
No, Samson didn't fuck up the Plant fight. Plant didn't want to.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He went on because I remember a Plant was like, "Hey man, when we gonna have that fight?" Motherfucking Samson went on Instagram on the interview talking about some. Oh no, we ain't ready for that fight yet. We want that fight like in a few years so it can be on pay-per-view.
I thought, wait, is that when Benavidez missed weight as well?
Nah, it was before you missed the weight.
Oh, okay, because I remember Plant saying it's because he missed weight. I assumed that Plant was just saving himself for fucking Canelo because he didn't want to be asked out of the sweepstakes. But damn, Samson running around here fucking some shit up. That's crazy.
That's why after that shit he said about Andre, motherfucking Benavidez got on motherfucking live immediately after that talking about some. Nah, Eddie Hearn send me that motherfucking contract. Fuck what dude talking about.
Oh, okay, good. So he disputed it. He contradicted it publicly.
Yeah, talking about some at that take care of fucking who's he fighting? Steve Rose?
Nah, Lemieux.
No, Lemieux, same difference. After he fight Lemieux, he talking about some Eddie Hearn send me the contract.
Okay, and I hope Andre don't do no stupid shit because he needs that fight too. To be honest,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed that Andre moved up and didn't fight Yanni back.
I am too because I thought he'd beat him, but it was going to be the same situation either way. If he stays at 160, he's ducking Benavidez, and if he goes to 168, he's ducking Janibek. There was no way out of this shit. I mean, you could fight Janibek and then move up. Then who else they would have said he was ducking? Oh, well, there's some other guy. He's the real deal. Like, come on. Like, who else would have talked about? They would have probably talked about fucking. Oh shit! Actually, he's like the only. Oh, they would have talked about like Amilcar Vidal or some shit, or something. They would have made up some shit, but you know. Too bad Munguia didn't want that smoke though.
Man, I still haven't watched that John Ryder versus fucking Danny Jacobs yet. I don't even feel like I want to watch that shit.
There's no point. It was terrible. It's shitty fucking fight. Felix Cash put on a better fight.
How did my boy Ammo Williams look?
Yeah, he looked good. I think he got the late stoppage. I mean, actually I say he looked good, but for some reason he was I would say he was overly cautious. He was in there with some dude that had none for him, and he was in there really taking his time with him going the rounds. I was like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing that for.
A little minute since he fought, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he had to take, for the mental health issues and shit.
Yeah, that shit. But you see, I ain't gonna lie, I seen him on posting something about Matchroom and how they did so much for him, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I don't know the fucking specifics of the mental health crisis, but then again, he can't be in a situation where he's bad mouthing his promoter because he just got back in good graces. He got some fights coming up. I'm pretty sure they have a steady lineup of Euro fucking bums for them to feed him. So he'll be straight. He'll be straight.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, look at Devin Haney, right? Now look at all the rest of the Black American fighters on the stable. If they can't get shit done for Devin Haney, what the fuck are they gonna get done for fucking Ammo Williams? No, matter of fact, if they couldn't get shit done for Andrade and Devin Haney, what do you think they're gonna do for the rest of the Black American fucking fighters on the stable?
I mean, shit. Because Triple G gonna retire. They probably gonna have Munguia try to sweep up, the vacants. Jamal Charlo might be moving up, so they might have him do that. I mean, shit. If they could get Ammo Williams versus Munguia, maybe that'd be good. I mean, I'm not sure Ammo Williams is ready for all that, but then again, it's just fucking Munguia. That seems like a 50-50 to me.
They'll probably make it.
That'd be good. And then whoever wins, that's a good shit. because that's the only middleweight strap that the zone is close to aside
What
from
about Montana
triple
Love
G
and that
shit.
other guy at the lower weight class?
He's
I
going to
forgot.
fight Haney.
If Haney remains with Hearn, I mean,
If I was Haney, dude,
Right now, he
I
has no choice.
out the game with this guy.
yeah, because PBC don't have control over the 135 straps, and at the very least, the zone is in a position to get one of the 140s. But outside of that, you got to deal with Top Rank, and Top Rank ain't fucking with you. Bob Arum made that clear. You'd have to probably fucking bankrupt, or you'd have to dissolve DHP and sign with Top Rank like from scrub status in order to get in good with Bob. They're like, yep, we're gonna start you off at 10,000 a fight, and they're all gonna be hard, you son of a bitch.
Dude, something in my head told me not to get excited for Charles Castone anyways, bro. I had a feeling something like this was gonna happen.
I wonder what they're going to do now. Is they just going to let Tim Tszyu hit the card?
he's
And
uh
probably,
he's he's Castano's mandatory, right?
yeah, they fuck around. He won't even be able to go into the unification. He fuck around to get beat by fucking Tim Tszyu. I think Tim Tszyu will beat him.
I don't think it's possible, but I'd still pick Castano. But Tim Tszyu hit hard. Tim Tszyu hit hard than the motherfucker. I say that.
And fuck, Charlo might have to fight his mandatory. He got like two of them right now.
Yeah, he got Madrimov, who still owes Soro a rematch for that bullshit they pulled in Uzbekistan, and then he's got Lubin, but Lubin busy with Fundora, the towering fucking giraffe.
The
So
Yeah, and then they got
they got Bakram.
I just
Merch.
seen a weak ass fight announced. Oh, Isaac Cruz versus Gamboa.
Damn, Gamboa don't duck no smoke. I'll tell you that. Gamboa getting his money.
versus Gamboa.
Gamboa.
What if Gamboa win by knockout?
Oh shit! I feel bad for Tank, and man, that would be terrible. But I honestly, Gamboa need that in his career, because then Devin Haney could be like, "See, nigga, tough, look,
Bro, don't look. I would be surprised if he did it though.
Gamboa ain't getting ready to knock shit out.
Gamboa, Cruz better not lose to no fucking Gamboa.
That nigga 40, bro. He ain't hitting nothing. He ain't. He's just trying to pay the rent, keep the lights on, live La Vida Loca.
Right. That's gonna be motherfucking Yugis next talking all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
People was on their fields today when I posted what I posted on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. You know what? And I feel bad because I was one of the primary people defending Ugas when all that WBA bullshit went down. And now this motherfucker talking greasy about every black fighter possible.
I know. And I said this, and I was like, dude, I was one of the very first people to say, man, is this fight a black versus black fight, or is this a black American versus a Latino fight? And people were like, oh, why are you making it like that? Why are you making it like that? Then you got Yugis on the other hand saying, hey, man, I'm Cuban all day. Cuba all day. And these black fighters, I don't know nothing about you guys. I'm Cuban. I'm this, I'm that. All right, man. And
Talking
people,
about,
why are you worried about Clayton, nigga? He should be worried about Errol Spence.
he thinks Spence is easy money. You heard him? He's like, shit, Spence easy because I'm the Southpaw killer now. Because I whooped Pacquiao ass. I whooped on Pacquiao, so now I'm the ultimate Southpaw slayer. Talking all that shit. I'm like, nigga, okay, cool.
That's what's wrong with these fucking fighters, man. They get one good win, and now all of a sudden, dated man. Look what Teofimo became after he beat Loma. Look at Kambosos. Look at Ugas now.
He said, I still
right, exactly, Midwest.
Same injuries Castano got now.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm so mad. I wanted him to get his ass beat by fucking Stanionis or fucking Butai. I ain't gonna lie.
And you said they be crying. Dude, they be crying for our help and then turn around and start shitting on us.
And you know what, Midwest? Upon discovery of recent developments, I apologize. Because you was one of the people that was pushing that fight, and I was against it. So you know what? I fucked up. I admit it. I fucked up. I should have been pushing for Ugas to get wasted. Because this motherfucker's garbage.
That's why he was on Twitter, motherfucker, crying. He like, I ain't gonna make it to that fucking fight.
Yeah, he's crying like a bitch, talking about how old he was and how he had to fight fucking Cuba and communism and poverty and shit.
All my life I had to fight ass nigga.
And you know what? I was one of the main people talking about justice for Ugas. Well, you know what, people? D-High fucked up. I fucked up. I was talking that shit, and I was backing the motherfucker that's trash. So not only do I hope that Spence beat the shit out of him, but for talking that shit, I hope you fight Boots, nigga. Since you claiming Boots need quality, fucking quality opponents, go ahead and fight Boots, and then
You
retire.
got paragraphs for every occasion.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
bald head
You know,
motherfuckers.
you just like one of them baseball player niggas from the, from that side of the world. They come over here, they be dark as us, get them a little light white Latina, and next thing you know, they feel like they bigger and badder than every fucking black American on this fucking planet. Let's be real, dude. Yugas, you're gonna get your ass beat by Errol Spence Jr. And you doing all this side talk, it's gonna have your ass looking real crazy once you get knocked out, because we gonna be forgetting about your ass, and then we gonna be pushing for Stanosis versus Yugas,
No,
or
fuck that.
Boots
I'm
versus
gonna be.
Yugas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boots versus
Stanionis.
Yugas. Yeah, nigga.
Yes, Stanionis can fight fucking whoever. Stanionis can fight fucking Bud if he's still fighting. He can fight. He can fight. Fucking Michael Fox. Whoever the fuck. I want Boots versus Ugas. Win or lose, motherfucker. Win
Mm-hmm.
or lose.
Mm-hmm.
Talking
Yeah,
that shit.
you know, I heard some things about Usyk. I heard Usyk say, not Usyk, Yugas. I heard Yugas say things like, what I'm saying, that black Americans, we really shouldn't have nothing to really worry about or complain about because it's not as bad as Cuba. I don't like that type of talk. I
Man, you know what? I'd be like, Ugas, you know what? You know what y'all should do? Y'all should get together, get all your Cuban brethren, form a little group, and go save that motherfucker. That's what I think. Go
I mean,
save him.
my thing is, you don't never see Black Americans talking about like, oh, what's going on over there in Cuba, what's going on over there in Dominican Republic and shit. We don't talk about no shit like that outside of what we going through. So I never truly understand why do everybody worry about what the fuck Black Americans got going
got
on.
going on. Exactly. They want to point the finger at us and put the magnifying glass on us. But when we start turning around and looking at them, they like, oh no, don't talk about us. Don't talk about us. Leave us alone. He said, leave Yugas alone. He got alopecia. Shit.
It's not our fault that Ugas looks like a literal fucking dickhead.
Look,
Okay, man, fuck Ugas.
looking like
Like
pig
us,
shit.
right? They talk all that, and that's cool. With I don't even care about the Trump talk. I don't care what political affiliation you have. You're over here disparaging what we got going on. And keep in mind, I didn't even see what our man just said. I never seen it, but he got me. First, he talked shit about fucking Gary Russell Jr. Oh, now the belt will be more active. I'm like, what the fuck you worried about all that for? Focus on your own shit. Now all of a sudden you talking about who is this that Boots is fighting? I have not heard of Dipper. I'm like, nigga, you've lost to people who people haven't heard of. The fuck are you
And
talking
bro, you sounded like one of these troll accounts or something. Like, why are you even worried about who the hell Boots? Nigga, don't you got a fight coming up in April?
right? He's trying to get his fan base up. He's picking his side. He's picking his side because he knows he's fighting Errol Spence.
And he know the brothers ain't rocking with him like that because we all say, yeah, he a good fighter and all, but he knows who we riding with. So now I see him with his pictures with his Cuban flags out in the air. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if him and Peter Quillen walk out together to this fight.
Right. And it's funny because he's making enemies of everybody because now he's shitting on Castano too. He like, well, see, look at me. I fought Pacquiao with the injury. So, you should get your shit together too. I'm like, look at this motherfucker.
Wait, motherfucking Quillen is Cuban.
Yeah, he's black American and half Cuban, but he didn't even want to acknowledge his black American mother who's from Chicago. He just showed a picture of him.
Mm.
He just showed a picture of him hugging his father. Like, see, I'm from Cuba. I'm Cuban first, not black at all. And J Rock was like, nigga, you're black. The fuck out of here. Show us your mom. And he found an old ass picture of his mom.
The fuck he talking about? He said Yuga's wife gonna be crying ringside. Hell no, she gonna be hitting up the ball players that she got on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck shit.
She going to the fight to find a new nigga.
Yeah,
Exactly.
She
she
finna get her
go.
a Texas nigga.
She going first. She gonna make sure she get pregnant, and then she gonna have a baby, get the body back right, and then leave. That's it.
Yep.
She finna come into the fight with Ugas, leave out with Yellow Beezy.
And then she gonna have Uga's ass on child support, alimony, palimony, so all that little expense money, nigga. Good luck.
Yeah, we said J Rock check kick chocolate about that shit, and we gotta check Yugas about that shit. Cause Yugas he feeling like he picking his side. So go ahead, man. I feel like we're gonna see more and more tweets leading up to this fight. You know what I'm saying? A couple people been telling me,
Hey,
"Oh,
cry back there in the private chat.
we just chopping it up right now. Hold on." But yeah, Yugas, he popping his shit, man. But my thing is, when it comes to the Errol Spence fight, he knows that people are rocking with Errol Spence Jr. over him any day.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is with Ugas, it's like, okay, Ugas, let's pretend in fantasy land. Like, I'm not saying Ugas is a hoe. Excellent fighter. I'm never been one of the people that said Ugas is pillow fisted, can't punch. The man can punch, and
Yeah,
if you play with him, he'll put you down. Like look what happened to Ray Robinson. But and some other people. And like Omar Figueroa. But anyways, I, I'm not gonna say he's some kind of hoe, but let's pretend in fantasy land he actually wins this fight. Where do you think you're gonna go besides retirement? Because Bud gonna beat the shit out of you if that fight even gets made. And you're not. And the thing is, once if you manage to beat Spence, the WBA gonna mandate the winner of Stanionis and Butayev on your ass anyway. So you losing your next fight probably 100%. So it don't even matter. So I guess you better enjoy this shit and then either prepare for retirement or the next fight you getting your ass beat because you're gonna have to face Stanionis versus Butayev winner, which I think Stanionis is gonna win, or or you're gonna have to deal with fucking Bud. So it's like good luck. Or if they're fighting over everything but the WBO, you got Virgil Ortiz Jr., who's the number one for the WBC. So you be fucked there too. Like, dude, this is all your options. Well, I don't know. You might be able to outbox Virgil, but all your options are not good. Your options are not good. You're dealing with hard ass punchers who are known for stopping power. So it's like, I guess enjoy this little fucking 15 minutes of fame you wasn't even supposed to be getting and talk your shit, but it's about to be over, bro. This is it. It's about to be done for you. Like, motherfuckers didn't really care about you until you got the fucking Pacquiao shot. They okay, sure, niggas thought you beat Sean Porter. Big deal, but you didn't get the dub. So people threw you in the garbage until Errol Spence hurt himself. Now you got a little, you got a
all
success.
said.
Oh yeah, him crying and shit. Oh, see, Castano, I tore my shit up too, but I still fought.
But you see, we was telling people, yeah, it was so crazy. Remember around that time, we was telling people, we was like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yugi's arm look hella funny style in these pictures, bro. I think that's just injured. And everybody was saying, no, even you, that's how you know boxing is just full of shit because even Yugi's people came out and said that this nigga was not injured. The fuck? Now he talking about some, yeah, I was injured, man, the whole time. It's just a
Yeah,
fucking, dude, these niggas, come on. Say Yugas is a moron for saying that. Show me a video of a Cuban fighter getting shot 40 times for reaching in for his wallet. Exactly. Exactly. And people be thinking because, and to be honest, let's get into that. People honestly feel like because, what? Would you consider Cuban, the the leader over there, like a dictator? Would you consider that a dictatorship?
yeah, it's very autocratic, but considering they don't have many resources or any real stake in the international economy, it's kind of like being the ruler of a pile of sticks.
Exactly. But a lot of people they feel like, oh, since you guys don't have a dictator, it's not that you guys are not, experiencing stuff like, dude, we live under fucking the thumb of white supremacy here in America. And we don't have a place to go to for fucking a safe haven. We don't. We have to fight right here. We have to stay right here.
Yeah,
That's why a lot of us built Fort Tough, nigga. Stop playing games.
but
But go
not
ahead.
only but not only do we not have any legitimate fallback position, you're talking about this country in the first world as if we played no role in building it. The reason why the United States has such a massive economic advantage over all the other nations is because they got an economic stimulus package that very few other nations got, that most of the first world got to use. And that is multiple centuries of uncompensated labor. Why do you think that unpaid wages is one of the largest, most unprosecuted crimes in the United States? Do you know, like, corporations are making billions upon billions of dollars on speculation, maintaining wages low and keeping prices high since the 1980s. Imagine if the motherfuckers that own Walmart, they're already paying people garbage where over half of their workforce is on public assistance. Imagine if they got to pay people nothing. Do you know how much bread niggas would be getting? Imagine prices stayed the same and motherfuckers had to work for free right now in exchange for meager provisions, like enough food to survive, unsanitary housing, no utilities connected, things like that. They would make a grip. So when people like Ugas talk about our situation in this country, they're talking about it as if the circumstances of the country occurred in a vacuum and we had nothing to do with it. No, we got it this way. It is because of us that the country enjoys the.
You see L Dog's comment? He says slavery is not why Europe and America got rich, bros. Come on now. Stop trolling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please provide me another source of wealth, because it wasn't raw materials. Raw materials and other valuable minerals come from Africa. So I was gonna say, please tell me how exactly they got rich. Because when you talk about mercantilism, that's fine, but where did they get goods to trade? Other countries. Mercantilism was built on international commerce. So almost nothing that those two places got came from those two places. And I can't even imagine the European K through 12 system. Jesus Christ. Like, if the United States the K through 12 system is fucked up on history, I cannot even imagine what they teach little kids in Europe. Like, oh my God. I don't even want to know.
They teach motherfuckers in Europe not to separate their peas and fucking gravy on fries.
They're probably like, oh, you see, the reason why Europe got rich is because Michelangelo made the Statue of David and he sold it for $13.5 billion. And that money stimulated the economy. Like, it's horseshit, bro. It's horseshit. Slavery, especially trading human beings like commodities, was one of the easiest paths to wealth from the 17th all the way up into the 19th century, when it was formally outlawed. And even then, it wasn't even outlawed all the way. The importation of slaves was outlawed, not the actual practice. And I don't believe it was until like 1832 that the actual usage of slaves was banned, but only for the UK. The United States took it until 1865, but then they kept it. But then they kept it in place by having Jim Crow era laws, the Black Code, sharecropping, things to make sure that Black people were still economically indentured servitude.
Literally, imagine my art business, right? Imagine if I had 400 years plus of people just painting for me. All the pictures, just painting for me. And I just kept up all the money. I didn't have to pay none of the employees. And I just kept all the money. And then there were some artists coming up 400 years later. Do you think they'll be able to compete with me?
No, you'd be fucking Artman Inc.
Exactly. What the fuck? They wouldn't be able to compete.
Yeah, you just produce all the paintings, and in fact, what you do is you put a license on canvas, so they couldn't acquire canvas. They had to buy canvas from you, and they had to get permission from you to paint certain things. You know, the licenses that broke motherfuckers bitch about. You'd be selling the licenses. You'd have a deal with the state to where they'd have to get a license to own canvas. They'd have to get a license to buy paint, and you're the exclusive provider of both the canvas and the paint, and they have to get permission from you to release whatever it is they painted.
And then while y'all coming up, avoiding all the little traps that I set, I'm just gonna send somebody who look like you to just destroy your business.
Yep, they're gonna say that you touched some. They're gonna say that you touched somebody. They're gonna say that you're irreparable. They're gonna say that you stole from them or something. And not only am I not gonna pay that person, I'm gonna destroy them afterwards, so they can't talk any shit about me.
See, L Dog is fucking hilarious. He says
L Dog is talking about Ben Shapiro and Richard Spencer like they're two different people. They have the same exact ideas, and I know because I bought one of Ben Shapiro's books. So I'm like,
FRD.
no, yeah, sure. I bought one of his books about the liberal experience when you go to college. He was talking about how colleges are liberal indoctrination factories. But I bought one of his books. It was only like $7.99. I bought one of his books, and they espouse the same stuff. So he's talking about Ben Shapiro and Richard Spencer like they're two different people. They talk the same shit.
To be honest, they remind me of the same person because I know they fall under the umbrella of white supremacy.
Yeah, they're alt right, bruh. Oh my god. Now I can tell you don't know what you're talking about. Ben Shapiro is the furthest thing from a liberal. If you call Ben Shapiro a liberal to his face, he'd knock you the fuck out. So I don't I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. But anyways, let's not get sidetracked with L Dogs now.
Yeah, but you know what, D Hive? It's not really sidetracking because, like I always like to say, boxing is about race, nationality, and pride.
Okay, L Dog, I don't want to talk about Ben
No, I
Shapiro.
don't even want to talk
I
about.
don't want to talk about Ben Shapiro.
But my thing is, it's just like this, dude. These guys, they bring these
Bring
views.
him on. I want to know why he said
Now,
that
hold on,
America
hold on,
didn't get
hold
rich
on.
off of
They
slavery.
bring these views. They bring these views from outside of boxing and they put it right into boxing. And that goes to show that post that one of the last few posts that I posted before I got banned or whatever or some shit. I said you can always tell what type of person someone is by the fighters that they pick and their fight predictions in the controversial fights. For example, if they pick Ward, and I know I'm pretty no, I'm pretty sure Midwest might agree with these guys, but not saying Midwest is. But usually, if they pick Kovalev and Tyson Fury as winners in their first fight with Ward and Wilder, 9 times out of 10 they are racist.
Yeah, and Midwest is that 10. You know, that one where it's like, maybe he's got some legitimate points.
To be
Yeah.
honest, it might be a 10 out of 10 because I didn't pick neither one of them to win.
You say it might just be 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I thought Wilder was. I picked Wilder for the first two fights. I only picked him Fury for the third fight because I'm like, well, shit. I don't see much more Wilder can improve on.
Okay, well that answers that. Never mind. My
So
bad,
a lot of
Midwest.
people, yeah, see, exactly. Like
My
I
bad.
said, I agree with y'all, but people get bothered when I say boxing is about race. Yeah, they get so bothered that they kick me off of fucking Twitter
Yeah.
while spewing racist shit daily.
And my thing is that the reason why is because when you dive into the arguments about why they feel certain things about one case and why they feel certain ways about another case, the only difference will be the ethnicity of the fucking fighters. It'll be the position of the fighters. So that's why the race is some of the only thing left. When you dig away all the bullshit, when you take away the fucking, when you add the logic, when you add the facts, it only looks like, oh, the only thing is that this fighter is this color and this fighter is that color. Because I guarantee if Haney wasn't black, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Everybody was talking about how the old guard needs to move over and everyone's getting, everyone's getting screwed. Like, look at Dillian White and fucking and Wilder's situation. People have said for years that Dillian White was only meant to be a guard dog between fucking Wilder and AJ. And now that Wilder's gone, nobody gives a shit about what Dillian White's talking about. His damn title shot. No one cares. When Wilder had the strap, it was, oh my God, he needs to fight Dillian White. Dillian White's title shot. He's been waiting, even though he got knocked out by an old ass man. Now that Wilder is gone or temporarily on hiatus or whatever the fuck he decides to do, all of a sudden people are like, oh, Dillian White ain't talking? Shit. Like nobody cares. It's the same reason why Undisputed matters at 168, Undisputed matters at fucking at what fucking 147, Undisputed matters at fucking at heavyweight, but it doesn't matter at 135. It doesn't matter at 160. Shit, it barely matters at 122. Like, so it's only the difference in the fighters. Because why? It's either Undisputed matters or it fucking doesn't. It's either unifications matter or they don't. Shit, and then again, if some black person got this franchise bullshit, it would come into question.
Exactly. So White has gone life and death with everyone he fought. He's never been dominant. He's overrated. Dude, With White, I want to say I feel bad for him, but then again, I don't. If he takes this fight with Fury, I mean, I'm pretty sure he has no choice to now. But if he goes into that fight with Fury, bro, man, it might be his last fight.
He gonna get washed.
Because they gonna allow Tyson Fury to do whatever to this man and come in on any type of pads.
Yeah, Dillian White isn't shit. I mean, I don't even think Tyson Fury. I mean, well, I say that, but Tyson Fury needed fucking pads to handle Christian Hammer. But Dillian White isn't shit. He ain't
Exactly.
shit.
Hold on, Midwest. Hey, that was me who just texted you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, but Dillian White
On
ain't
Twitter?
shit.
Yeah, on Twitter, that's really me.
Okay, man.
But don't say nothing. But go ahead, D-Hot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Dillian White isn't shit. He not shit special, and he never gonna be. I mean, shit, they're out here giving, and then motherfuckers are trying to say, oh, well, technically, if we really, if you really think about it, Dillian White is actually kind of like, he's done some things and Wilder. I'm like, bro, yeah, he has outboxed some people that would be considered certified. But the fact of the matter is, when he stepped up, he lost. And even Povetkin was a fight he was supposed to win, and he got put the fuck out. I mean, dude, he almost got slept by a dude who's currently fighting at Bridgerweight. So it's like, come on, bro.
Said Art Man got the feds on him. Shit, ain't no telling. Art Man fucking be out here, man. Not doing no crazy shit though.
Look at this dude. He washed Wilder without. Oh my god.
Pets to beat Wash. He washed Wilder without pets. All right, man. Look, I dropped a list of facts on Instagram and Facebook or whatever, and nobody can refute it. I don't know if you've seen that post, but I posted, I'm going to just read it out. I said some boxing facts. Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all, and listeners. Boxing facts. Canelo received a made-up franchise belt that made his Mando Charlo no longer his Mando. That's one fact. Wilder is the only opponent Fury fought with those one-of-a-kind Gypsy King patent sport horsehair gloves. That's a fact. Am I lying?
Not so far.
Team Loma requested a franchise belt, which made Haney no longer his mandatory.
According to Suleiman, that's true.
Jaime Munguia is both Charlo and Android's mandatory, but instead of fighting them, he fought Gabe Rosado, a man with double-digit losses.
That's currently correct.
I mean, now when you just put it in simple terms like that, they can't refute it. Especially the Wilder is literally the only opponent Fury fought with those patent sport gloves, dude.
But they can only refute one. They can only use one argument to refute the mandatory thing. They can say, "Well, they were never mandated." And guess what? Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus fucking 2-knockout McKinson was never mandated. But oh look, niggas is fighting. Talking about title eliminator.
Lomachenko versus George Kambosos was never mandated. Oh well, until now, right?
Exactly. Just like fucking Kambosos versus Lopez wasn't mandated until they bullshitted around and waited on it. And then people forget he even was talking about dropping the IBF to not even deal with Kambosos. For about a week, he was saying that. And then all of a sudden he doubled back on it.
I remember that.
See, look, already, the man was never mandated. You can't mandate on anything on someone with a franchise belt.
Here this guy, L-Dog. That's not a fact, man. So I actually posted pictures of Fury gloves worn in the past, and there were horsehair confused with the gloves of black people not wanting to accept the Wilder loss. Yeah, sure. So wait a second, Arman. Everlast MX gloves are used more than you know, not just for Fury. Canelo used them. I said the special patent sport Gypsy King gloves.
But L-Dog.
Gloves. I said the special patent sport Gypsy King gloves.
But L-Dog, check this out. Go online and find me the exact pair of gloves that Fury used. Go to the Path Sport website and inbox or post it online, inbox it on Twitter somewhere. Inbox the link for the gloves on Path Sports website that he used.
Yeah, you can find the gloves that Wilder used.
Yeah, you can find MX gloves. We're not talking about MX gloves. We never said the MX gloves were rigged. We said that they were just fixed in the improper position by Ricky Hatton, which is on camera, which it looked like. The floppy gloves were the MX. We're not talking about those. We're talking about the Paffin sport gloves that look thoroughly used, where you could see his knuckles in the right hand. We're not talking about the MXs because
It's titled the Gypsy King Paffin Sport Gloves.
well, that's just the funky label that they made.
Yeah,
But like I said, go on Paffin Sports website, and if you find gloves that look just like Fury's, hey, we'll concede.
and whoever this guy is, added Kanye. We not debating. We're not debating anything. We're just saying what the fuck we have to say, and we keep it and push it. If you don't want to believe it, you want to believe that Tyson Fury is an angel and Daniel Kennehan is a fucking good Christian man. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to believe that a guy who was banned from the sport for cheating could never cheat again, have that same logic with a female or a male, whatever your persuasion is. Have that same logic with a person that you're dating. If you catch them cheating on you, take them back and assume they'd never do it again.
This guy L Dog is fucking crazy. He says, Added Kanye wants that FBA versus Pan African smoke, and you
We
want
don't even we don't even know if he's African. He could be anybody.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't know if he's African.
He said Fury probably just did what Kovalev does, where they press the gloves on the wall for it to damage it. My thing is here. I had somebody who was actually a Fury fan who actually bet money on Fury against Wilder. And he came on the show. He explained. He said, "Man, I tried to buy gloves before too." And when I spoke to the guy who makes the gloves, he said we can make the gloves just like Fury's glove, which is you use horsehair inside of the glove, right? Where when you start punching around the third, fourth round or whatever, the glove is so bent out of shape that you're practically using your fucking bare knuckles.
Bruh, like I said, I emailed Grant and they said they can give me an option for horsehair, they can give me an option for EVA foam, or they can give me quote unquote, no bullshit, with shout out to Grant, an option of my choice. That means I can do whatever I want. Even because Amir Khan has used Cleto Rez and Amir Khan has used Grant. He even said, yeah, you can call the manufacturer and they can just do it to your specifications. They can move the horsehair around. They can do whatever you want. They can leave some room for knuckle. They can have all knuckle exposed and the horsehair on the wrist. They could have all the horsehair and the foam packed up front. They could have all foam. They could have all horsehair. They could have a mixture. They can do whatever.
It weighs the amount that they want it to weigh, then that's it.
Exactly.
No way how you distribute, as long as it just weighs that same. If it's supposed to come in at 16,
Are all of Paffin Sports glove horsehair?
No,
it's
no.
Thinking
not.
about some horsehair gloves.
Because my thing is, and I'm glad they brought this up. In the third fight, the camera zoomed in on Wilder's Everlast MX gloves, and you can see how smooth they were. The same with Cleto Reyes. You can see how smooth they were. The same with Anthony Joshua's rival gloves that are made from horsehair. He uses the horsehair versions. You can all see how smooth they were. Only Tyson Fury's gloves look fucked up. That's not a coincidence.
And I've never seen a boxing match ever where the fucking commission tells the opponent, no matter what you say, he still gets to wear these gloves, and then cut the gloves open, and the shit still looks funny style.
Yeah, because let me tell y'all. Let me tell. Well, Crowd, are you playing video games? We can hear the controllers.
Yeah, we.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. But let me tell y'all a little story that a lot of y'all probably forgot. During the first fight with Canelo and Triple G, the reason why Canelo wore winning gloves, which are known as the pillow gloves in both fights, guess why? Triple G was uncomfortable with Canelo using his own manufactured gloves because they were horsehair. And also, but his excuse was quote unquote, they had never been used in a championship fight before, so therefore we don't want them used on us. Nah, the truth was he wasn't trusting a nigga who was manufacturing his own fucking gloves.
And even people don't even give Triple G shit for this, because he was saying like, man, the gloves And this motherfucker is stacking his hand wraps.
Exactly. Abel Sanchez. Oh my God. People forget this build up so much. Actually, no, I shouldn't even say forget. They purposely don't mention it because they look like the racist bitches that they are. Abel Sanchez threw Canelo Alvarez under the fucking bus. He called him a straight out cheater. He called him out on the drugs. He called him out on the gloves. He called him out on the fucking hand wraps. Abel Sanchez was in Canelo's ass, boy. Both
Man,
fights.
he literally did a promo commercial where this nigga's eating a steak.
Bruh, Abel Sanchez was on this nigga's helmet, and that's what's
They
funny.
did everything.
And nobody called Triple G a bitch. Nobody called him a coward. Nobody called him anything. He made Canelo Alvarez wear the softest goddamn gloves for both goddamn fights because he was scared shitless that Canelo Alvarez manufactured his own gloves and he didn't know what was in them. Top that off with the hand wrap shit. Nobody questioned Triple G.
I guarantee if Canelo had the opportunity to wear those gloves and have against that like that, we probably wouldn't be talking about a fucking trilogy because Canelo probably would have knocked his ass out in the second fight.
That's oh my God. If he was wearing his own gloves that second fight, oh my God, Triple G might be dead right now. Because he beat the shit out of Triple G that second fight. He whooped his ass.
What's the point of this? I'm confused.
Hey,
It's
can
boxing.
I?
See, the point is in boxing, there's things that you can do to alter a fight. There's a reason why glove selecting is very important in boxing.
Yeah. Whole fights almost get canceled over fucking gloves. But go ahead, Crowd.
Yeah, two things I wanted to bring up. The Wilder Fury situation. If Tyson Fury didn't cheat against Deontay Wilder, can someone please explain to me how Deontay Wilder got a dent in his skull? Because there's no fighter in the history in the sport of boxing that has ever dented another person's skull, with, any,
Boxing glove.
clearly, yes.
No.
And scientifically speaking, even if I wanted to put a dent in your skull, my hand would have to basically be completely broken to the point where I can actually go right through your head and actually hurt you. And then on top of that, for the Canelo Triple G glove controversy, why wasn't ESPN and HBO getting behind that shit? Because it's like, they dick ride Triple G so much to the point where, they act like, he's Jesus Christ. They should have been backing, that story to call out on Canelo's bullshit. If Canelo was going to cheat against Triple G, in which he did, but at a much greater level. So.
Well, you see, Crowd, the only doctor in boxing that's actually qualified to speak on anything is the medical doctor of Teofimo Lopez. You see, because when Teofimo Lopez got the living shit beat out of him by a goddamn nobody, his doctor came forth and said that he had air in his lungs where it's supposed to be. Therefore, only his word is credible. He doesn't have to show medical reports. He doesn't have to provide any fucking evidence. The only he could say he can do and say whatever the fuck he wants. Whereas Wilder's doctor, nobody believes. He's Wilder's doctor. Nobody fucking cares. There you have it. And why did Triple G get away with the glove bullshit? Well, because he's the only hype job to survive the fucking HBO apocalypse, the boxing collapse. So they got to keep his shit straight. But yeah, people forget that little tidbit. People forget that Triple G specifically said, "I'm not doing this fight unless Canelo wears some soft ass fucking gloves." He's like, "I'm not doing this goddamn fight unless because he ain't wearing that shit." You better figure it out, but you ain't wearing that shit. So he wore winnings. Also, to be honest, because he didn't want to probably break his fucking hand on Triple G's thick ass skull, because that shit can happen.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this stupid double standard that people play on cheating and boxing, it's just that you guys don't step inside the ring and actually hurt somebody for for a living, and you don't understand what the fighters go through. So when a fighter does actually speak the truth to say that they got cheated, you guys try to act like that shit's actually funny, in which it kind of makes me think that you guys are mentally fucked up in the head and you guys don't actually have like a life at all. But I guarantee you, if you were in that position, you would speak out on it too, because if somebody was going to take your life in the sport of boxing, you very well would be seriously pissed off if somebody tried doing that to you.
Right. Now these guys don't even know what I'm talking about. They don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, why TBC Goon? Go find me a report from Tiafimo's MD. Or where is it?
He had air in his lungs.
Right, yeah, go find me a definitive report for Tiafimo's MD. Or is that just some shit somebody said? Right,
Didn't
exactly.
Tiafimo get caught, smoking hookah, right?
Yeah, he got caught
He was
smoking
Yeah.
hookah
drinking
So that
wine.
and getting punched in the fucking chest by Hafthor Bjornsson. Talking about I got
Yeah, by
air in my
Thor.
life. Yeah, I got air in my man.
Hafthor
Fuck out of
Bjornsson.
here. And look. Triple G is a great fighter, though. What the fuck that got to do with what I just fucking said? If he's such a great fighter, if he's such a great fighter, why did he turn into a little bitch when Canelo wanted to wear his gloves? Oh, look how they changed the fucking subject. Oh, whoa, that's different because Triple G is Triple G. No, Triple G is not black. Simple. Triple G is not black.
Triple G is like the lesser version of fucking. Oh man, who's that other white hype job fighter back in the day? Joe Calzaghe.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, I don't know. I just heard it on Showbiz, read a report. Right, so a nigga says some shit. Right, so a motherfucker says some shit and you believe it, but when it comes to Wilder, I need to see some reports. These are the same people that ask. Yeah, these are the same people that ask EJ for his medical report.
Exactly. Even Bernard Hopkins. Come on, man.
This is garbage, bro.
Come on, man.
Any fighter that's on the coincidental always has to be put on a fucking magnifying glass, but any fighter that's on the fucking whole place, they're basically.
Let them tell it. Lomachenko got cheated by Salido, but oh no, there's no cheating with Tyson Fury and them.
Oh, Lomachenko, all the low blows and fuck that shit.
I wish I ran into Lomachenko at that fight that I was at, because if I ran into him, I would have called him like a bitch, man. I would have called his ass a bitch.
Stephen Fulton had to deal with low blows all night while fighting Angelo Leo. And guess what? Still managed to win his fucking fight. So you telling me that Stephen Fulton better than Lomachenko? Damn.
Dude, I don't care what nobody say. A guy who lost in his second fight against Alito should never be in a conversation of the greatest fighter of all time.
I thought that was his third fight.
Second fight.
No.
Salido was his third fight because. Hold on, let me take a look at that because I gotta.
Yeah, go take a look, right?
I think it was the second fight.
Hold on.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a second. I thought it was nigga's second. Yeah, it was a second pro fight.
Oh yeah. Got it.
Because his third fight was Gary Russell.
Also, don't forget if Salido didn't come into the fight overweight, he would have been champion, and Gary Russell would have fought him for that title. So that's really why Lomachenko basically got the political protection to get that extra title shot. So
yeah, Lard Muff. Okay, great. Show us the reports. You're just saying some shit you heard somebody tell you, but you don't believe it when it's about a black person. He whooped Gary Russell. He got a majority decision, which means he couldn't even convince every judge he fucking won. Anyways, Harry Green. Oh, you mean Harry Greb? Sam Langford. Well, Sam Langford was in more weight classes, so there you have it. He fought from like lightweight to heavyweight or some crazy shit. But
I thought heavyweight back then was light heavyweight.
Oh yeah, that's true because he fought in the early days of boxing. But Harry Greb.
About to say.
Yeah, Harry Greb is another fighter that whenever someone says, "Oh, Harry Greb is the greatest of all time," I already know who the fuck I'm dealing with. But yeah, man, no, like I said, these guys fucking. I can't post links in the chat. Well, there's a reason for that. Maybe you should shut your fucking mouth. There's a reason for that. Maybe you should shut your fucking mouth and go do something different. He says, "I'm positive that you don't box." This motherfucker don't even know half of what we're talking about.
Bro, you don't even fucking know me.
he's probably some 12-year-old. Don't entertain him. I'm gonna put his ass on timeout for a little bit.
I mean, look, if you want to come see me and see what I'm about, then I could easily give you that work. But 9 times out of 10, you're probably a troll, so I'm not gonna give you any attention on it.
Yeah, and for all y'all, don't be fooled by Crowd voice, bro. If y'all don't, he's not some little ass dude. You fuck around and get beat up. Like
Yeah,
he's not
I'll
some little ass dude.
fucking fold you.
Yeah, he'll probably run the average nigga over. But
What
yeah,
the
Yeah,
fuck
anyway,
is this guy even talking about? We talking about boxing, nigga. Shit.
yeah,
talking about boxing, bro.
he's a fucking weirdo. But anyways, let's like I said, they
Yeah, let's
believe,
get back to the point, man.
yeah, they
Lomachenko
go.
versus George Kambosos. I heard that's not even signed yet. I'm looking on the feed and they're saying things like, "Yo, it's not even. They not doing any. You know what I'm saying? They ain't signing." And I think it has to do with him possibly fighting in America. Because why would they say things like, "Oh, if he loses, the second fight will be in Australia"?
Well, Extreme Willpower came and confirmed that it was. He came and confirmed that it would the first fight is going to be in a fucking. Either that the first fight was going to be in Australia. So we got to see. We just got to see.
Man, we got to see about that. Said Mike, did you get your Twitter back, Art? Nah, I ain't get my Twitter back. I ain't get it back, but I ain't worried about it either. I'm on my YouTube. That's what I'm doing. This late night show. We keeping it moving.
Oh, I was also gonna tell you. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that. Man, I think there was like some fight that just got made for the middleweight division. I forgot who was gonna fight who.
It's Mungia Ballard. There's that shit.
Is Demetrius Ballard that good?
No, he's terrible. He's gonna get washed.
Oh.
He's fucking garbage. He's gonna get
Hey,
destroyed.
come on, man. Come on,
Hey,
man. Let's support our Black American brother. Come on. Seriously.
I do support the nigga, but he's gonna get washed. It is what it is. I support him, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, Dimitri Ballard gonna beat the shit. No, he's gonna get destroyed, bro.
So what happens if he beats up fucking Munguia?
Then I was wrong, nigga. I
Who is
don't.
Ballard? Wait.
God damn.
Is Ballard Puerto Rican?
No,
No,
he's black.
Ballard's black.
Black? Oh, because I'm about to say, Craig, you can't say this guy Ballard is some type of special guy. I've never even heard of this guy, man.
No. Like I just figured, like, I don't know anything about him, but I'm gonna support him because
You got him over Munguia?
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
Man, what you think about the Clayton versus Boots fight? I've seen Clayton fight once.
I think Boots is
I haven't
gonna.
seen everything.
Well, honestly, I don't know because I changed like my thoughts on it now. I think Jaron Ennis is gonna be in for like a tough fight because Clayton's never been stopped and he's always been given tough fights. So
that's true, but he got to draw against Lipinets, somebody that Jerron Ennis disposed of.
He
in
beat
the
him
first
though.
half.
I ain't gonna lie. Clayton beat him.
yeah,
I thought
he did.
I thought so too, but I wasn't mad at the result. I thought it could have went either way, to be quite honest. But I mean, yeah, people have been saying that he needs to fight Castillo Clayton in the meantime, in between time, to get up the IBF rankings because the first two slots, 1 and 2, are empty. So hey, I guess it's a good fight for him. I think he's going to destroy Castillo Clayton. I don't think it's going to be competitive. I don't think that I don't think that Clayton does anything special. I don't think he has the size. I don't think he has the reach. I don't think he does anything enough to deter Boots from doing whatever he wants. And I know he don't hit hard enough. So it's I mean, it's boxing. Anybody can get a lucky shot off and turn a nigga lights out. But it is what it is.
I mean, can we really say that Jaron Ennis has like a good chin? Because I don't know if Boots is gonna be that guy to like show us that he has the talents to dominate 147, and which he very well can. It's just that I'm just like a little bit worried about his chin because I feel like once he starts facing some deadly punchers, I think that's gonna change our thoughts about him.
I don't think that his chin has been tested because whatever he's been hit with, he hasn't been hit by anybody, that's super deadly. And a lot of the shots he rolls with. So I don't think he's been hit flush. Like,
Yeah.
and you know what I say to that is that people say the same thing about Haney, but the same people like Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and George Kambosos have all been dropped, and Haney has not. But yet Haney's chin is always in question. So of all the welterweights, I'm not going to be too concerned about Jaron Ennis's chin yet. And the thing about that is that if Jaron Ennis is some super hittable ass person that's not that good, everybody should be trying to take him out. Just like if Haney is some guy who can't punch and has no chin, everybody should be lining up for that easy ass payday. But even the professional fighters and industry insiders know that that's some bullshit. So they do what they do, but they may support the casual narratives, but they don't really feed into them to make their decisions off of. I mean, sure, they'll use casual narratives to defend their bullshit, but the truth of the matter is they're maneuvering around certain people for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that Boots is some fucking massive avoided person, but Boots is not the kind of person you want to fight for nothing. You only want to fight him if you fucking have to. And Castillo Clayton ain't got shit else to do because everybody else is busy. Either people are busy, got fights coming up, or they're coming off of fights. Boots is the only one that ain't got shit else to do. So it is what it is.
So who's capable of defeating Jaron Ennis?
Shit, right now, I mean, Bud could, fucking, Bud could, Spence could. I mean, it's boxing, but could he also beat the shit out of other people? Potentially, he could come back and beat those same people. So it just depends.
Yeah, I think like guys like Gary Antoine Russell could possibly beat him, and maybe I don't know. I mean, honestly, I probably say it's just Errol Spence and probably who else? I'll probably go with maybe. Hmm, I want to say Keith Thurman, but I feel like that that.
No, Keith Thurman will get fucking wasted. He will get wasted, and he'll get wasted in a fucking hurry. So I mean, hey, we all have our opinions, but I don't think Keith Thurman gonna be
Yeah.
able to do shit. And like I said, I don't feel bad about talking highly about Boots because people do that all the fucking time. Like, bro, Lomachenko hadn't even turned pro yet, and people were talking about how he's like the second coming of Christ. And
Yeah.
look how his career's turned out so far. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh, I need to see more. He's got to prove himself. I'm like, nah, you motherfuckers are out here thinking that a nigga is unbeatable after 2 L's. So no, fuck that. I'm gonna say whatever I want about Boots. Now I'm not sure if he beats the top 2 welterweights. I don't know. Would I pick him if he fought him? Hey, sure, because I like Boots personally. I think he's a good fighter, and I think he has a good opportunity to actually make some moves. But am I gonna outright be like, oh, he destroys? No. But Keith Thurman, he'll get the fuck over on Keith Thurman. He'll beat Keith Thurman ass, bro.
Yeah.
And that's my personal opinion. Like I said, you're entitled to disagree, but I think he beats the living shit out of Keith Thurman. I think he stops Keith Thurman in 7, like badly.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, and it's shit. It's no knock on Keith Thurman. I mean, shit, Keith Thurman, he came back, did what he had to do against Barrios or whatever, but that's no knock on him. It's just I think this person gonna whoop your ass. Just like I think Virgil Ortiz Jr. might whoop fucking Keith Thurman's ass. But that's a 50-50 fight. Whereas I don't really give Keith Thurman much opportunity against Jaron Ennis. So,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Keith Thurman fuck around and knock Boots out.
Okay, yeah. That could happen too.
Because I'm not saying I put money on it, but I feel like we sleep on the veteran's power, Keith Thurman. Honestly, I feel like if he had the 8-ounce gloves, he probably would have knocked out Barrios. He was throwing them bitches at Barrios, man.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's all about touching him. Can he touch Boots?
Oh my gosh. Stop comparing Lomachenko to Muhammad Ali. Jesus, y'all can't stop.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
God.
I'm trying to have one of those conversations again.
He's like, oh, well, people have L. It's not about the L's he takes. It's about people still thinking that he's unfucking beatable. If you talk to people today,
he fights everybody. He's not scared, man.
like, bro, check this out. Motherfuckers will say Lomachenko cannot. Nobody at lightweight can beat Lomachenko. Where did this motherfucker just take his last L? Which division? Like, god damn, y'all gotta listen to yourselves. And it's funny because the same people that will suck a fighter dick for fucking years and years and years to talk about this person's my favorite, la di da di da, will have the nerve to talk about how, you can't be a dick rider. You gotta just like the sport. Okay, well look at y'all. Y'all don't care about what's better for boxing. Shit, y'all don't care about that shit. Y'all care about Lomachenko and Kambosos' fucking pockets.
I want to see Lomachenko fight at 140.
No, he too small. Honestly, he's a natural 126 pounder. He's already done enough. Ugh.
Can
Fucking
you
ass.
imagine Mario Barrios versus Lomachenko at 140?
Well, I mean, Barrios has been stopped by featherweights, so
Yeah,
well, who
I
fucking
know, but
knows?
can you imagine it though?
Yeah, I
Mm,
can imagine that's probably the only person he beat at 140. Shit, I'm not even sure he'll fuck around and beat like Brandon Lee or some shit. Brandon Lee, big as fuck.
Brandon Lee, he's built like a tank.
Yeah, so like I don't know if Lomachenko can handle some of the B level niggas at 140. But shit, Gary Antoine Russell versus Lomachenko, sign me up.
Man, I can't
Sign.
wait for Subriel Matias to get his title. I'm excited, man.
Oh yeah, Super Matias is crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be some good shit.
Bro, that Jeremiah Ponce guy, dude, he about to get his ass whipped.
Yeah,
He's about,
I barely know who that is, but he ain't winning shit. He's gonna get his
yeah,
fucking neck broken.
because after that fight he had with Lewis Ritson, I was like, yeah, this guy's really, predictable and shit. And I think
Yeah.
Subriel's just gonna, yeah, yeah,
Hopefully
he's
he
gonna be.
doesn't. Oh, go ahead.
No, no, no. I was just gonna finalize to say that I believe Subriel is just gonna basically decapitate him. So
Well, hopefully he doesn't get screwed by the sanctioning body politics and is actually allowed to get his just rewards.
because I
You know,
think Josh Taylor's gonna vacate. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, he's
see.
already said that he's going to vacate after Catterall and try to go up to 147. And I don't know what the fuck he's going to do up there. I mean, people are like, "Oh, Josh Taylor's this fucking amazing," and I'm like, "He's solid, he's good, but we 147 is a different ball game, especially right now. And not to mention, I don't think he even beats everybody at 140. Like I said, I don't think he beat Regis. And outside of that, his best wins are fucking Ramirez and what Baranchik. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here,
I
man.
mean, like like that interview that I did with Mark Reyes the other day. He made a good point to me, saying that at 147, you need to have power, and you need to have a good chin, because if you don't have that, you're getting knocked out, hands down.
Yeah, and I'd say Taylor has shown a pretty solid chin. And I mean, he's 18 wins, 13 knockouts for sure. But Regis he struggled. Postal went the distance. Baranchik went the distance, and Baranchik has been shown to. Baranchik. I mean, Baranchik is Baranchik. I'm sorry, he's just power, not a lot of skill. People try to talk up Baranchik as some kind of fucking boxer. It's like, nah, bro. Baranchik is a goofball. That's why he's contemplating retirement so early. He's easy to hit. He just rushes at you, just swinging wild. You just got to time him. So that's why fucking. I mean, although it was violence, Zepeda was able to get him out of there after going life and death with him. And now people talking about Zepeda's power, and I'm like, yeah, he does have power. He has better boxing ability than Baranchik, but at the end of the day, it's Zepeda. He went life and death with someone with limited boxing skill. It's kind of like when they talk about how shitty Wilder is, but then they talk about how great Tyson Fury is as a boxer, but then Wilder gave Fury his hardest fucking fights. It's like, all right, like it's like, come on, man.
Give
But
me
yeah,
Yeah,
3 fights at that.
yeah, the first fight he damn near lost and admitted he was unconscious. The second fight, controversy, but he got the stoppage. And the third fight, he got knocked down twice and ended up getting the stoppage. But they're making it seem like Wilder put in zero amount of work. It's like, all right, bro. All right.
This nigga Wilder hit Fury with life altering punches, nigga. Nigga had to change his whole life up. Had to get a new trainer. Had to lie about
See,
COVID.
look at this. This guy. The YouTube blocked his comments, but I showed him. Look at him. Look.
What?
Why does it? Look at these 3 comments.
What
Why does
the
it have to?
fuck?
Yeah. Why does it have to turn into that? Why does it
Yeah,
have to turn into that?
train niggas is weird.
Yeah.
yo, yo, this Mike piece of shit, dude, get his ass blocked.
Yeah. Nah. He's out of here. But I'm just like,
You
why does it have
stupid
to turn into that?
motherfucker.
Yeah. Fury got dropped the same amount of times, bro. So what do you want to do? And in fact, I
Tyson
think
Fury
Fury.
is not better than Deontay Wilder.
Well, I mean,
Never was.
albeit there's some controversy. I mean, he has shown to be the better boxer. Wilder's the better puncher, and the boxing won. It is what it is. I mean, like I said, do I think he cheated Wilder? 100%. But I always thought that Fury was the better boxer. I just didn't think. I thought with Wilder's skill set combined with his power, what he brought to the table, it was going to be too much for Fury. The first fight, show we were right, and the third fight, show we were right.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think Tyson Fury is the better boxer, honestly, because even in the first fight, Tyson Fury had the size advantage over Deontay Wilder, and he still couldn't, find ways to push Wilder back. So the only way Tyson Fury ever had any success is that he had to basically use that long jab just to keep, let the fight competitive. But once Wilder started pressing him to the body and actually started landing those, hard, thudding shots by just, timing his Tyson Fury was, absolutely, defenseless the entire fight.
Well, I agree with you on some of that, but like I said, the only reason I'm gonna say that Tyson Fury is the better boxer is simply because one, I think his skill set is a little bit more diverse, and number two, he's just been doing it longer. He had been boxing since he was a child, and he comes from a boxing family. No one in Deontay Wilder's family really boxed, and he picked it up as an adult. So honestly, y'all can say whatever y'all want, but the fact that Tyson Fury even struggled with Deontay Wilder is embarrassing on Tyson Fury's part. Because someone like Wilder that doesn't come from a boxing family and picked boxing up after he had already become an adult, he should have been destroyed by Tyson Fury. He should have been thoroughly embarrassed. But the fact that he was in there and gave Tyson Fury 2.5 tough ass fights, dropping him multiple times and pushing him to the edge, that shit makes Fury look bad.
Yeah, on top of that, that's why that I say, those points for Wilder, because Deontay Wilder knew how to beat Tyson Fury, at his own game. But then once Fury knew that, he couldn't do shit against Wilder, he had to cheat, in order to make it seem like that he's better than him, just to barely win. So,
Yeah, and the thing is, Fury has done that his whole career. He did it with Christian Hammer. He's done it. And I'm pretty sure he did it with Klitschko, or he tried, and he's done it with and he's done it with a bunch of other people. Because again, most people don't realize in the UK it's perfectly legal to possess steroids.
John McDermott, he cheated
Oh
against
yeah,
him.
well, yeah. UK motherfuckers been saying John McDermott got robbed. They just quiet now because he's beating up Wilder. But that is what it is. I don't want to rehash that whole shit because people are a lot of that is based on fucking race, just like the Devin Haney situation is now. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If Devin Haney and fucking Lomachenko swapped resumes right now, people would say that Haney needs to sit the fuck down somewhere. People wouldn't care about the belts. People wouldn't care about who he fought. They wouldn't care about his resume. They would simply say that Devin Haney has had his opportunities and he's lost the belts and he needs to sit the fuck down. Unless
they're gonna say, well, Lomachenko beat Linares. Oh wait, Devin Haney beat Linares too.
Well, you see, the thing is, after Lomachenko got finished with him, he was never the same. Like he could never do anything else. Like,
Lomachenko.
It's just like when motherfuckers talk about fucking how Canelo could decision somebody one time, and then fucking all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're just broken permanently forever. Blah 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 blah. Like Jesus Christ. Yeah, I only talk boxing. Okay. Do you say that to other groups that do the same thing with black fighters, though?
Why are you here? I've never seen you before.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only black fans are held to this objective standard. Everyone else can exclusively shit on black people and be looked at as objective. It's like when people call Artman a racist, but then they'll slap hands with actual anti-black racists that don't even talk boxing. They'll call people crack babies and shit. I'm like, so Artman is a racist for talking boxing, but this other asshole is calling all black people crack babies. He's not racist at all, right? Okay, right. Yeah. Anyways, but it's cool. And no, you don't,
I
bro.
call anyone out doing
No, you
it.
don't.
Man,
No, you
dude, get
don't,
the
because
fuck
you're
out of
human.
here. I don't even give a damn. I really don't
Yeah,
give a damn because we're so far into the world. We're in 2022. If you don't understand that boxing is race related, then you obviously haven't been watching boxing
no,
or did any research on boxing.
they understand. They just can't afford to say it out loud because then people they'd be embarrassed. And that's the thing. If you want to be that's why I don't encourage racists to go away. I encourage them to be who they are. Like L Dog, he's at least got courage. He's at least got courage, and he is who he
Oh,
is. The
dog,
rest of
he's
y'all,
racist.
well, that's the thing. But he stands on it. He stands on it. The rest of y'all are fucking cowards. He doesn't do any mental gymnastics. He just says, "Yeah, I support the white people," and that's cool. Do your thing. Do your fucking thing. But
And
like
he
I said,
said he was like, "You white folks need to start playing and just say what the fuck how y'all feel."
exactly. Even L Dog thinks y'all pussy. He says y'all need to just say it with your goddamn chest and stop pussyfooting around it. And it's funny because even just like right now, I didn't say Wilder was miles above Fury. I keep it objective because I wasn't raised to be full of shit. But that's on you. And you know what? I just take a little break. Take a little break.
And I just straight up hate it when racist people, have to hide their, beliefs and shit and try to pretend as if they're not racist when they actually, show it.
It's
Just
because
by
they
saying,
feel it's because they feel bad. They feel disgusted that this is how they're raised. Like, and it's funny because we saw on Twitter someone say, "Oh, we personally think." Well, he said, "Well, I personally think that Lomachenko and Usyk get hatred simply because they're white." Nobody told him to stop talking about race. Nobody told him that race doesn't matter. Nobody told him to be objective and stop being racist. They all got in there and agreed and had a fucking sympathy party for Lomachenko and Usyk. Keep in mind that these people don't get hate. Like people say Canelo Alvarez gets hated on because he's Mexican. No. If anything, the biggest criticism of Lomachenko, Usyk, Canelo, and other fighters like them is that they don't get any criticism. Canelo is loved. Lomachenko is loved. Usyk is loved. And weirdly enough, they're all loved in the United States, like a lot. And we all know it's, their skills, yes, their skills are amazing, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But we all know really it's because they're not fucking black. If they were black, no one would fucking love them at all. And they wouldn't even be in a position to accomplish half the shit that they fucking accomplished. That's the issue. The issue is not the criticism. The issue is the lack of criticism compared with other people. Like look at Triple G. Triple G has done nothing his entire fucking career.
Somebody just said this guy is the best middleweight in the last 20 years.
Yeah, he's the same guy that said, "Oh, Lomachenko and Usyk are discriminated against because of their fucking race." And I'm just like, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to like sell your shit or whatever. But I'm just like, do you realize that if they weren't white, they wouldn't sell shit in the United States? They're loved because of their race. You have it exactly backwards. But this is the thing. This is the bullshit that racists inhale to convince themselves that they aren't racist. Because the key to a lie is you got to convince yourself that the shit is true. So that's what racists have to do. And the thing is, bro, I've said this time after time. Why do you think that racists always come to bother us? They never get together, amalgamate, and make their own shit. Because the truth is, they make each other fucking sick, and they choke on their own bullshit. And also, let me say this: Canelo and Ryan Garcia is a perfect fucking illustration of the critical difference. Actually, no, they're a perfect illustration of Canelo and his Mexican American fan base, the relationship that they have. Canelo ultimately appreciates you. He appreciates the star value you bring to his brand, but at the end of the day, he needs to separate from your ass. Ryan
because he
Garcia,
knows.
huh?
I was just going to add in to say that Canelo knows if he associates himself with those racist Mexicans, that's going to disrupt his imagery as a person and his fan base as a whole.
As what
Exactly.
what after looking at that information I found on Canelo, man, I can see that his PR people deserve a raise, man. Cause I've never heard of that shit that he was accused of doing.
Yeah, and one because it happened in Mexico. I believe it happened in Mexico. If it happened
Yeah,
in the United States, that's an amazing cover up. And number two, because again, most of his fan base is in America. They're not concerned about that. But like I was gonna say, Ryan Garcia is he symbolizes the Mexican American fan base. He appreciates you. He supports you. He loves the support that you give him. But at the end of the day, he needs to fucking separate from y'all because the truth of the matter is Canelo, I don't believe Canelo is a racist individual. I believe, some of the things he does, moves, whatever, is based on fighting skill, money, whatever. I don't believe that Canelo is a racist individual because he's from Mexico. They're not taught that shit there. They're taught work ethic. They're taught, appreciating good fights. And at least when Canelo says it's about the money, I believe it's about the money. When his fans say it's about the money, it's usually some race-based bullshit. And this is why Canelo doesn't go out of his way to associate with you. Do you know what he does for his Mexican fan base? He'll say an English word. he'll say an English word. He'll be like, "Ah, yes," or "let's party," or "motherfucker," because he knows that y'all are so fucking easy to get excited. When he reps Mexico only in respectful situations. He talks about Mexico when he's doing formal interviews. He talks about Mexico when he's about to fight. He talks about Mexico in the ring when he's in a formal setting. When he says some English shit and is partying and pushing people and scratching people and doing dumb shit, he's talking to y'all because he knows y'all eat that stupid shit. But Ryan Garcia is a perfect example of Canelo and his ties to Mexican American fan base. He likes you, appreciates the star power, but at the end of the day has to get the fuck away from y'all.
yep.
And that's why Usyk doesn't go out of his way to that's the only thing I like about Lomachenko and Usyk and shit. I mean, they're good fighters, whatever, but they don't go out of their way to appease Americans. Lomachenko doesn't talk to y'all. Usyk doesn't talk to y'all. Tyson Fury doesn't talk to y'all because y'all are fucking disgusting and they fucking hate you. Lomachenko and Usyk, Eastern European people, like if you've been around the country, if you've gone to different schools, shit like that, Eastern European people fucking look down on Americans. Their American counterparts, they think y'all are fucking stupid. Like even Bob Arum is so old, even he knows it. That's why he called you fucking morons. They hate
He
you.
said y'all like rocks, and he can just throw y'all across the fucking anywhere. Y'all
Exactly. They hate you. Usyk and Tyson Fury and all the Europeans that American fight, they know that the only reason they're getting anywhere with you is because of their white skin. And they would never do the shit that y'all do. They would never turn on one of their own. That's why they never go out of their way to be on your YouTube channels or make any media or say anything or do anything to you. You're not gonna find fucking Tyson Fury or Usyk in a fucking Twitter space. They don't fucking like you. They don't. They just use you because they know you're fucking easy and you're easily exploited. And the way you guys fucking advocate for these people, you pick these people, individuals, as opposed to the sport, and it ruins things. It really does. It makes the sport shitty to fucking watch. And you could talk about money, but that's why every year the streams are going up. And people are like, I mean, I'm not one of those people that think boxing is gonna die, but people are always whining about the fights, the best fights not getting made, but people don't want to talk about the reasons. With this franchise shit, playing keep away with the belts from black fighters, that is what's doing it. Plain and fucking simple. And anyone that disagrees, that's cool. You can disagree, but I'm sorry, but you're fucking lying. That's why every time you try to justify a black fighter not getting something, it's always some stupid shit. Oh, what do the numbers say? What does he sell? What makes the most business sense? Who has he fought? Does he have any criminal history? Does he have an arrest record? Does he have a good relationship with his mother? How much money is he making? It's always some stupid shit not related to boxing. Always some stupid shit. And you keep saying that we give the same energy. We never do that. When it was time for Castano to fight Jermell Charlo, do you think niggas were like, oh no, Charlo should do something else? No, we threw Charlo in there. Do you think we tried to keep Wilder safe from Tyson Fury? No, we were pushing him to fight 3 times. People were talking about how Charlo
we literally could have said after the Wilder fight, oh no, Wilder should just go fight somebody else.
Exactly. After the first fucking fight, we could have been like, nah, Wilder, do something else. Because he still had the belt.
Or we could have been like, Fury doesn't deserve a fight with Wilder.
Yeah, because he doesn't sell shit. Because he doesn't sell anything. Because he doesn't sell anything.
Have you guys ever watched that one YouTuber, Southpaw773?
No, I've never watched him. I've heard some mixed things about him.
Yeah, because basically, every time when Southpaw talks about Canelo, he always gets these crazy ass, Canelo racist, haters and shit. And I found it really interesting because he made like a pretty good video exposing the double standard that Canelo Alvarez racist haters come out to express your feelings against you when you talk shit about Canelo, but then when Canelo does something really stupid like getting caught at a nightclub being super drunk and getting very violent at a nightclub and getting kicked out of it, then people don't want to talk about that, but they'll always jump the gun when it's anything related to like a black fighter.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't even care about that shit. All I care about is Canelo's effect on boxing. I don't care what he does in his private life. I don't care how many
ripple effect. What he did at 160 with this motherfucking franchise is affecting the 135 division right now.
Yeah, and 115. So I don't give a shit about Canelo's personal life. The reason why they assume all that shit is because that's how they are. They're the people that worry about people's legal accusations and convictions and stupid shit. That's them.
Like,
I don't
have pictures. Charlo's mugshot as their profile picture.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what Canelo does in his private life. He can fuck as many hoes as he wants to. I'm concerned about the boxing. I don't care. I don't care. The nigga can get drunk and do whatever. I don't care. I care about what he does with boxing.
So what happens if Canelo becomes like a super big ass criminal by tomorrow?
Whatever, nigga. As long as the boxing is straight. If he starts using, if he starts using his criminal power to affect boxing, yeah, then I'm gonna talk shit. But if he becomes a cartel leader outside of boxing, I don't give a fuck.
I know Floyd is glad he got. I know Floyd is glad he got his money and got out there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Before he's seen all this shit going on.
And honestly, I really think that this, I'm not saying definitively, but this might be why Tank is moving the way he's moving. Because look, when they say, oh, you need to fight somebody, you need to fight a name, you need to prove yourself, da 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 da. George Kambosos is literally the guy who he beat the guy who beat the guy, has 3 of the 4 belts. Haney is attempting to chase greatness and do what everyone says he needs to do, but now all of a sudden he doesn't deserve it again. So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Well, this is why Tank is just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get money fighting Rolly and shit. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I try to go for fucking greatness, they'll say it's bullshit, and then I need to do something else, or the public perception. So he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get money and be done. And I'm like, shit, I kind of understand. And I would tell black fighters to fucking maybe just get out of boxing, but then I realized that's the goal. The goal is no more black fighters in boxing. I'm just gonna fuck you guys over and never put you guys in position again until you fucking until you're all gone. And people don't understand that's what makes black fighters a lot of the time. That's what makes them good when you're intentionally trying to get them beat.
And that's how we won them damn Berlin games too.
Yeah. Stay gone, bro. You're over here talking about just enjoy the sport. You're over here talking about fucking all types of other shit. Yeah, just stay gone, bro. Go to bed.
Like
get out of here.
That they don't understand. That's the type of shit that make us better. Because you would think it's a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying, having to fucking train a certain type of way or, have to work harder or have to wait. Nah, it just makes these dudes stronger, faster, and have a different mentality. I feel like a lot of black fans though are calling for Devin Haney to be more militant because he's taking a lot of fucking bullshit.
I kind of feel like Devin's gonna go through the same shit at 140.
Me too. Me too.
I
It's
told y'all months ago he's gonna go through this his whole career. And like my thing is, I don't think
Until
the
they
goal
find
is to
somebody
get
juiced up to beat him.
the goal not to
yeah.
get black fighters out of the game. The goal is to get pure boxers out of the game. If you notice, it
Yeah,
only happens to pure boxers. Demetrius Andre,
I
Devin
mean,
Haney.
like,
It's going to happen to Kurt Stevenson too. I would be surprised if he don't get. I won't be surprised if he don't get the Valdez fight.
Me neither, because
kind of,
I ain't heard. I mean, I heard the fight date is what, April 30th. I
30th.
I don't know about the
Yeah.
venue or any of that
yo,
shit.
that's on my birthday, bro.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shit. What's the name?
Yeah, like I'm going to that Amanda Serrano fight.
He told that dude, what's his name? The little rapper from New Jersey, the one that be doing the battle rap.
Hmm.
He
Battle
told us that
rap.
he told him that the fight's gonna be at the NGM Grand.
I
Okay.
thought Valdez already signed it.
Yeah, they signed
He claimed that he did, but it could be pushed back for any kind of reasons.
Yeah, that's true because just because of the contract signed doesn't actually mean that that they're actually gonna fight.
Precisely.
You see how sad Valdez looking at that picture?
Because Valdez can like easily pull out and just say, "Oh well, I suffered some form of phentermine, whatever." Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude.
The doctor said that there was saliva in my mouth, therefore I cannot readily continue. And Midwest, to your point, I can agree. I can agree because of the a lot of casual fans don't appreciate they don't appreciate boxing skills unless it's from a European. So I can understand that. But the thing is, when there are also some punchers who have been getting screwed over, like maybe not particularly by sanctioning bodies. Well, actually by sanctioning bodies, but Wilder got screwed over. Jamal Charlo got screwed over. He's more puncher than boxer. I mean, even though he hasn't put anyone to sleep in a while, but Jamal Charlo got screwed over. And there were some other individuals. There were some other black fighters that got screwed over. Michael Sorrell just got screwed over in Uzbekistan. I believe he's more puncher than boxer, especially if you actually watch his fights against Vendetti and a few other people. So he's more puncher than boxer. So I think it's a little bit more of a targeted effort than that. But I can agree with the pure boxer, but there are some other situations where punchers have been targeted as well.
But my thing with the punchers is, even with the punchers, like them having them situations, they have more options than those pure boxers. When it's a pure boxing division, nobody in the division wants to get near you. When it comes to like someone like Charlo, like he's choosing not to fight Andre. There's nothing stopping him from fighting Demetrius Andre. He could have always had that fight. He could have always had the Lara fight. He chose not to have that Lara fight. Like he's choosing not to have the David Benavidez fight. So I'm thinking like it's certain things he's doing himself. And when it comes to like what's that other one who had the problems?
Well, he's never been in the division as Benavidez until now. He's saying that Benavidez is going to be after Parker.
Who?
Andre. You said that
I'm talking about Charlo. I'm talking about Charlo has always had that Benavidez fight as an option. He's always had Andrade as an option. He's always had Laura as an option. He's always had
Laura's foreign partner.
Yeah, but that don't change nothing. Fucking up Derek Chico and then Jacobs had the same trainer and starting partner.
That's true. What if everybody don't want to do that though?
Yeah. But a fight is a fight. A belt is a belt.
That's true.
No, Midwest, a belt is not a belt. Clearly, a belt is not a belt. So don't do that. Don't do that.
My thing is, what we got to get out of boxing is a few things. First, we got to get these pundits out of boxing.
Agreed.
These journalists, it's clear they don't know what the fuck they talking about, or they're being paid, or some shit is going on because they don't stick to this. They script. They made their own script and they're not even sticking to it.
Agreed.
Honestly, honestly, media should be covered by hardcore boxing fans, just like us. So,
Exactly. But hey, I gotta get out of here, y'all.
All
thank
right,
you.
for sure. This was a good discussion. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we definitely talking about this Charlo Castano shit tomorrow.
All right, y'all.
Man, all right, y'all, man. Be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
Y'all have a good night.
yeah.
See y'all later.